Look, I get it. Retirement feels impossible right now, especially for our generation. Gen X is getting hit really hard. And honestly, if we don't fix this, we're looking at working forever. But what if there was a way to take control of your future without starting from scratch? Let's talk about it. By the time we're done here, you'll see why so many of us are struggling and what's really holding us back, and how you can finally start building a future that you can rely on, even if you feel stuck right now. By the time we are done here, you're going to see why so many of us are struggling and what's really holding us back, and how you can finally start building a future that you can rely on, even if you feel stuck right now. So by now, you're probably wondering, well, why should I listen to you, Renee? Well, I've been exactly where you are, and I get it. I'm 58, I'm an empty nester, and I spent over 40 years grinding into a 9 to 5 corporate position. I didn't save enough money for retirement either, and I felt really stuck until one day in May, I saw a friend's post on Facebook and I got that aha moment. The timing was perfect. And I thought to myself, well, if Allison can do it, then I can do it. Why not me? Right. So I literally just jumped in. And let me tell you, I'm really glad that I did. And I'm very thankful for her post because it changed everything for me. Let me ask you something. How long have you been waiting for the right time to finally make a change? You already know waiting isn't going to get you any closer to where you want to be. We've all been there. We've all done that, right? But sometimes you have to realize that the opportunity is right in front of your face, and you just have to have your mind open to being able to receive it. If you're ready and you want to know a little bit more, then go ahead, click the link below, and you can see the exact system that I've been using to turn things around for my life. You deserve this, so go ahead and check that out. Guys, you probably have noticed this, right? Everything is costing more money, but wages have not been going up. They're staying stagnant. So this is the problem, right? When you're not making any more money, but prices are going up, then what's going to happen is you're digging into your retirement, right? And no one's talking about how outdated that old retirement advice really actually is for us now. So here's the thing. If you want to thrive, especially in 2025, then we need more than savings. It's not going to cut it anymore. In fact, it's going to hurt you. We need income streams. We need multiple streams of income that are going to adjust with us and grow with us. That's exactly what I have found that works for me. And I know that it can work for you as well. That's why I'm here to tell you about it. One way that you're going to be able to get out of the Gen X retirement crisis is with the power of 100% profit. Okay, so let's talk about how you can actually get there. And let's talk about the power of having 100% profit working for you. It's beautiful. Most of the time, programs or businesses, they're going to take a cut of what you earn, right? You put in all the work, you do all the heavy lifting, someone else gets a piece of it, and they build for their retirement and you're not. How does that even sound fair, right? And how does that even make any sense to us anymore? Because it doesn't need to be that way. And that's the thing I think people don't realize is that you don't need to give a piece of what you make to somebody else, not anymore. What I love about what I found in this system is that every single dollar that you make actually goes to you. It's 100% profit. It's designed to really help you grow faster and actually get to keep what you've earned. So imagine if you were making 100% of say $900, you're making $900. But what if you were only making 10% or 30%? $270 you would get to keep out of 900, or you can keep 900. You do the math. I'm telling you which way I went, and you tell me which way you would want to go. I've had some people express to me that one of their concerns about taking that step and working for themselves is that they're not so sure that they can do this on their own and that they would really need some support. And I get that because let's be real, going at it alone can really be exhausting, especially when you're trying to figure out every step by yourself. That's what I did when I started my drop shipping business and started my own online business. It did not work for me that way. I didn't have support. I didn't have anybody to lean in on. And that is really what keeps most people being stuck. The program that I work with and that changed everything for me gives you that daily training that actually walks you through what to do next. It's a step-by-step process. It's so simple to learn. You're literally plugging in and watching modules from the very first one all the way to the very last one, which was really great because it lets you start and stop and implement it as you go. But the nice thing about this that I didn't really realize is the community that goes along with this. Because of the training that you get, it's not just about the tips that you're going to get, but it's really about real actionable guidance that you're going to get that's going to keep you moving forward. And those are things that I find within my community. People really wanting to help each other grow and succeed. And this program gives you daily training that actually walks you through what you to do next. Every day we wake up and every day there is another video that is loaded into our program. So it never ends. And listen, it can never end because with digital marketing, what you need to realize is think about yourself and think about your own phone that you use, right? Digital landscaping changes daily. It changes a lot and you need to know what those changes are. And we don't normally find out about them until they're already like implemented and on to the next one. So it's really important to stay ahead of the game. And that's why having daily training and interactive training is extremely, extremely helpful and something I never even knew about and wish I knew because it makes learning so much easier because it's not just about the tips for success that you're going to get, but it's also about that real actionable guidance that's going to help you keep moving forward. So let's talk about one of my favorite parts about what I do right now, and that is automation, because automation gives you freedom. If the idea of starting a business feels overwhelming, I get it. Let me stop you right there, though. You don't have to trade all your time for this to work. And that is one thing that I love. You literally can do this while you have something else that you're doing. If you already work a 9 to 5 and you're not willing or wanting to give that up, that's fine. You can set this up so your automated systems will work for you and you don't have to do all the heavy lifting. So all you need to do is follow the modules on how to set up the automation. And then once you do that, with that automation, a lot of the work is going to happen behind the scenes. Once you set it up, you can let that system do all of that heavy lifting for you so that you can focus on what matters most to you. Okay, Gen Xers, I know we were taught to have savings. And yes, of course, that's super important, but it's not enough anymore. And I hate to break that to you because savings just aren't going to cut it in this society anymore. Inflation is eating away at what we've put away and the costs keep climbing. In 2020, I cannot tell you how many people I know that had to cut into their retirement plan because that was what they needed to survive when they weren't making any money and they were shut down. So now what do? You've already cut into those 401ks. You've cut into your savings. You've moved things around so that you can survive and you can take care of your family when we needed it the most, when we got hit hard, right? The real solution here is learning how to create income. This program showed me exactly how to do that. And trust me, it is a game changer. Knowing that you can have money coming in at any time of the day through those automated systems that will generate ongoing streams of income, that is what your ultimate goal should be. You know that feeling where you're working so hard, but it's like you're running in place and you can't get ahead? That's exactly where I was. And it is definitely draining and exhausting. And it can create a lot of anxiety. I know I struggled really bad with anxiety for years with that. I can remember going to bed and waking up, sitting up literally in my bed. And my husband asked me what was wrong and I couldn't even breathe. And I just knew, like, how are we going to pay these bills? And I get it because it's just not enough. This isn't just another program, though. It's a proven plan. It gives you everything that you need to be successful. Automation, the tools that you need, and real support. So I don't want you to ever have to think that you need to let another year go by you. Go ahead, click the link below and see how this could change everything for you. Once you do that, you can make an educated decision on whether this even makes sense for you or not, because let's be real, This isn't for everybody. It may not even be for you, but if it is, you're not going to know unless you go ahead and take a look at it. So you owe it to yourself to at least take that step to see if this is something for you or not. I know that starting something new can feel like a lot. It gets really heavy, it gets overwhelming, but here's what I've learned. Small, consistent steps add up in a really big way. The only way to get to that success is by taking those consistent steps, and they don't need to be big, but you just need to apply them and do it consistently. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. I did not even realize how important consistency was until I started a weight loss program 4 years ago. And in that time, I lost 100 pounds. And I realized that the only way to get there was consistency, day in and day out. No excuses. No, I have a headache today. Get on here, do what you're supposed to do, and zip your lip and just get it done. And don't make any excuses. And that is how I got to where I am today. This program breaks it all down into very manageable steps. You don't have to know everything right now. I don't even want you to think you need to know anything right now. All you need to do is just start. And once you start, everything will fall into place. That I promise you. I know I mentioned to you already support, but let's talk a little bit about that for a second, because having someone in your corner can really make all the difference for you. Without it, most people just give up when it gets hard. Why do we do that? Why do we give up when it gets hard? Instead, you want to push harder when it gets hard, because you can overcome that. And when you do, you're going to feel success. When you feel that success, you're going to know you've arrived. And with this program, you're never left guessing. You've got guidance every step of the way from this community and from the support from our mentor as well. She's leaning into us every single day and pouring into us information and knowledge that just takes us further every single time we watch one of these videos. So you always will know what to focus on next. There's no guesswork here. So now you're probably wondering, Renee, what makes the system so unique that you're talking about? There's so many out there, but let's be honest, most of them are complicated, or they don't actually help you see those results. They don't teach you how to look at your numbers. They don't teach you how to use the tools correctly. They don't teach you this in the guidance. I know, because I have other systems and I don't talk about them because this system is different. It's simple, it's effective, and it's built for someone like you and me who want real change, but don't want the crazy, unnecessary hassle that comes along with it normally. We don't want to figure it all out. I want to figure it out. I want to plug and play so that I can then make this work and go out there and talk about it. So I hear this all the time. Is it too late to start, Renee? No. Why would it be too late to start? It's never too late to start. What would hold you back? Your age? You're never too old to do anything you want to do. In fact, the older you are, the wiser you are. So you know what's good for you. Let me tell you, it's never too late to start building the life that you deserve and that you dream about. Because you don't want to get to the ends and be like, "Oh, I never made it." You're not going to make it unless you make some changes. And I hate to say it like that to you, but that's the hard truth. If we always do what we always did, we always get what we always got. And that's a quote from Henry Ford. And he said it the best a long, long time ago. And I have lived my life like that. And if you can too, this system is designed for people who are really, really, really ready to commit to creating something meaningful, even if they've never done anything like this before. Because your experience is an advantage. It's not a setback. And you need to realize that, because we bring a lot to the table. Years and years. I know I got 58 years of experience, and I love to say that to my family. I'm like, you guys are 21 years old. You don't have the experience that I have. You can't tell me that because you don't know. So you know what I'm talking about. That experience that we have is really advantageous to us. Don't ever look at it as a setback or that your age is a setback. So with that being said, why should you get ready to act now? Because it's really simple. If you wait for the perfect moments, that's what keeps so many people stuck. What does that perfect moment look like to you? There's never going to be a perfect time. So why not start now? What exactly are you waiting for? If you think that the perfect time is going to knock on your door and say, okay, this is it, here I am. It's not. You have to make that perfect time happen. You have to listen to your heart. You need to know when you need to make that move. The sooner you start, the sooner you can begin building something that's real. You don't have to wait for everything to be so perfect. Why do we do that? We hold on to that perfect notion of everything. Right? But what exactly does that mean? And why do we do that? You just really need to take that first step. Starting is the key. To anything that you do in life, you have to start, plain and simple. Don't wait. There's no perfect time and there's no perfect fix. It's just starting. That's the secret to success. So if you've ever woke up feeling like you're running out of time to create that life that you want, I get it, because that panic is really real. And I know too many people that have panic attacks over that. This is your wake-up call. Imagine how different your future could look if you started today instead of waiting for another year to pass by. Don't let that fear keep you in the same place. Click the link below, take that first step toward a better tomorrow, and see if this is even something that makes sense for you. Listen, I've been where you are. I've been really tired, really stressed, really anxious, and really unsure of what's next. But you don't have to stay there. You need to just take control of your life and start building a future that you're excited about. Click the link below. Let's get you moving in the right direction. You've got this. I want to help you. I want to mentor you. Let's do this together. Let's earn, let's learn, and let's grow. We've got it. 2025 is in our hands. But if we don't go and take it, it's just going to sit there until 2026. So if you're ready to make 2025 a kick-ass year, then let's go. Let's do it together.